Hey, can you see me? Can you hear me now? Hey guys, how's everybody doing? Heather's going to join me in just a minute if she can. She's going to make every attempt to do that, which is awesome. I jumped the gun and hit the start button too quickly. So she said, wait a minute. And I didn't wait a minute. So she's probably yelling at me. So there you go. Hey, where are you from? What country, city, state, all that kind of stuff. Let me see something. Sorry, I'm typing. Just want to get that entered in. But anyway, tell us where you're from, what city, state, and all that kind of stuff. Normal stuff that we ask. We are tinkeringwithtech.net. Here are some of the benefits, things like that. We're changing some things up too. So if it's a good time to join, and you'll learn more about joining if you go to tinkeringwithtech.net. We'll have all that information and the process of what to do to join. There's going to be a couple levels to join at, so it's going to be kind of fun. And those that are members now are going to learn a little bit about that in the Backstage Pass. What the Backstage Pass is, they're after the show. Every time, if we have guests or whatever, we bring people in and we go to a private Tinkering with Tech site, and if you're a member, and you can find out about it. So that is the process there. We would love to have you join, and you can learn a little bit more about this from by joining. You can find out more about this. So all right, so let's go out here and let's go find out where some people are from or where they aren't. Let's here you go. Ron, this is funny. My robotic vacuums have been working all morning. Spring cleaning is underway. There you go. I love it. That's great. Right on topic for today too. And if you don't know, Tech for Senior, Ron Brown does a great job. Him and Huey started, I think, right before the pandemic and have been going strong ever since and growing, which is awesome. Jolin says, greetings from rainy low country of South Carolina. As us, we are definitely under some weather stuff going on there too. Donna, Hudson Valley, New York. Good to see you here. Tree country, Beaverton or Oregon, right? Yes, that's right. I don't know my little acronyms for all the states and everything. Some of those, especially with the M ones, I mess those up. Okay, hold on a second. Let's see here. Let me do something real quick. Heather's giving me some info. If I can't get her in here. Anyway, what is this? Made it. Yes, you did. Made it. Very good. Tell us where you're from, Andrew. I think I know, but you can tell us. Russ is from the state of confusion. You know, you haven't moved in a long time. You've been there for a while, from what I can gather. From Monrovia, California, and a temperature of 88. There you go. Oh, there you go, Andrew. From soggy Hermitage, Tennessee. Hashtag miss for Michael. Okay. All right, I got you. Looks like we got 14 watching right now, which is awesome. Good to see you got folks out there. Let's get on to the topic. We'll go on to the topic today. This is a big day for our community too, because we have a big Backstage Pass today. We're going to learn a little bit about some of the new things that we're doing with the community and for the community. So let's get right to it. Let's go to the, we're talking about spring cleaning. Spring cleaning is what we're talking about today. So what we're trying to do is, what does this mean? I mean, everybody knows what spring cleaning is, but let's talk about what I want to talk about today is some things that I've been looking at and kind of closely looking at, and I kind of like to get you guys' ideas of when you do this or why you do this or how you do this. So we're going to kind of walk around. Let's talk about your storage. I will talk about my Google Drive. Some of you use Dropbox or some of them just have a local drive. And I know some people that save everything from forever ago. So that's kind of where I'm going and what I've wanted to look at and figure out kind of what you guys are in and talking about and stuff. Hey there, friend. Do you want me to bring you in? I don't have to. I'm just kidding. How are you?
Oh, that's not a question you want answered. I
You're
have
right.
no
They
idea
probably
if
don't.
this setup works. I don't know if you can
Okay.
hear me. I don't know if
I can
these
hear you.
earbuds are working.
So far, everything's
Hi,
good. Yeah.
everyone.
Glad you can make it in. Sorry for anything. If it was on my end, any of this, I'm sorry. No, I know I'm messing with you.
Unless you messed up my internet in the city,
No, I didn't.
the whole apartment complex has been without internet since 1:30 this morning. So,
Oh my gosh. So obviously there's lots of people crying because who can live without the internet anymore, right?
yeah, I hear kids playing outside for the first time in months, years, decades.
I hear you.
The addiction of the internet.
I hear you. I hear you. There's lots of comments out here. Let me go back and get some of these. So I'm going to go to, let's see. Hold on. Let me get back to, okay. So Geeks on Tour, South Florida got it. We got hi from New York City, Kathleen. We got hello all from Miss Sheila. Andrew says spring cleaning mean a bulldozer and 2 sticks of dynamite. Good choice there. Hello, Sheila. We got Bellevue, Washington. Bob. There you go. 54 with rain. Yuck. Ooh, man, that sounds you are good, Heather. There you go. That's all he says. You're good. And Heather knew that.
It's so funny because I was really excited about this this topic today because I love spring cleaning. I love opening up the doors and the windows and like the deep clean. Like, okay, so I had some tips for everybody. So
a little different though. A little different.
What do you mean?
We're talking about computers.
No. I have some tips. I have some tips I wanted to share. So, like, here's an idea. You open up all the doors and windows first thing, and then the next thing you do is you strip all the beds. You want to strip all the beds.
Heather, we're talking about computers on your computers, tech stuff. There you go. Technicalities strike again. There you go. Yep.
Wait a minute. I busted my rear end getting in here. We're not even talking about what I want to talk about.
That's right. That's exactly right.
All right. I got to go.
Totally different subject. There you go. So here we go. We're going to talk about this. Let me do my screen share. Let me show you this. I'm just going to give you an example of why I need to and what I wanted to show you. Some of the things here, one thing that's interesting, I know this is going to be very difficult to see. I get it. It's going to be. I 100% agree that it's going to be difficult to see, but I wanted to kind of show you and see if I can zoom in. I'm not sure if I can, but I'm going to try. You can see some of these dates, 2013 on some of these files. I know it's way too old. So you can kind of see, look at that. I do not need to be. So some of these files, it's like, okay, you're not using them. You never use them. What are you doing? Do you really need them? And I really need to purge and go through some of the like Christmas graphics that I had with dogs that I had from however many years ago are still there. And I'm like, I'm never going to display this again. So I really need to get back to some spring cleaning. That's why I wanted to bring up the subject. I really wanted to hear though, some people's ideas on what you do. Do you do it every year? Do you purge just every once in a while? Or do you even do this? Or do you just like, I'm going to go ahead and store it. And if I ever need it again, do you ever really need that? It's kind of where I'm going with this. I kind of like your idea. Open the doors and just let all of them just go out.
I was just going to say, nothing's changed. You said we're not talking about the same things, but I think we are. You open up the doors, the windows.
Yeah.
Strip everything down.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. It's unbelievable. So, yeah. So the other thing is too, is that it uses up space if you're paying for that. Oh, there you go. I'm afraid to purge. Valid point there too. There's some validity to that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's some validity to that comment because to be honest with you, that's probably a big reason why I hold on to a lot of things. For me, I hope my sound is okay. I'm sorry if it's not, but
no, it's okay. It's a little echoey just because of whatever, but it's fine. You're fine. You're good.
Okay. One of the things that I have a hard time with is the loss that I've experienced, like losing jewels last year. I do not want to get rid of anything that had to do with jewels.
That's a good point.
So I have a separate storage, you know, like a thumb drive that has all of those things on it. But I was able to get rid of a lot of other things from that time period that had nothing to do with her. So, and I try to do that every 4 months or so, like once a quarter.
Nice.
That's what I try to do now, since we started doing this show talking about these things.
Yes, and I see geeks on tours out there. One of the key things there too is photos. I don't like to get rid of photos. I love to have those and keep those. So that's one area. I know that Chris out there is just big on Google Photos, and not that Jim's not. I'm just saying that they are big time into that. So yeah, I really need to purge and delete some, because I'll use some temporarily for something. Like I'll use it to build a form or design this thing, and I'm like, I'll never use that again. Why don't I just get rid of it? Go through and try at least organize. What was that? Organize. I didn't get that last part. I'm sorry. Oh, what I have. Yeah. That's a good point too. The other thing is, one thing, because it used just to get a new computer, store the computer and never turn it on again. It's magical. There you go. Yeah. There you go. With a larger hard drive, then you're fine, right? You just kind of. One thing that I use Google Keep quite often, and one thing I like about Google Keep is the fact that there's right now, knock on wood, there's unlimited. I mean, there's no limit to when you can, when you have to get rid of something or whatever. So, dig back to Prodigy screenshots. Okay.
So you just said Keep is unlimited. Is that what you said?
Mm-hmm. For storage, but
it does count against your drive storage, doesn't it? No, there's nothing in your drive that is Keep files.
No, that's why I like to use that. But at the same time, I know there's people have, what is it, OneDrive, or not even OneDrive? No, something Note. What is that? Evernote. Yeah. So like right here, like some of these I have, like this one I don't want to get rid of because it's my baked bean recipe and I can search it, and I love Google Keep because of the search. So I'm not going to get rid of that, right? But like this is an old umpire ID, and if I look back, if I just kind of click on it, and it says the date of when I got it. So that was only 2017. Not bad. That's only 5 years ago. But it's not the right one anymore. So, it's stuff like that. I mean, it's like, I say to myself, why am I hanging on to this? And you and I have this conversation quite often because we actually share a folder. And
we share a lot of stuff. Yeah.
And we go through and we purge. We actually say, okay, look, we don't need that anymore, or let's find a folder for this, or let's organize this a little bit better. And that's kind of where I'm going with this, and trying to figure out what other people do, you know what I'm saying? Trying to see how they do that kind of thing. What's that? Okay. Oh, yes. Amen about the pictures. 100%. Absolutely. Yep. Says, I got a new car when the ashtray was full. I love that. That's awesome. I love that. Yep. That was my second one. I forgot to put that up there, but
hi, Michael.
Look at here. He made it. Absolutely awesome. Local hard drive backup for important stuff too. Yep, absolutely. Yep. What I find hard though in my brain, what's the important stuff? You're like, oh gosh, what do I do there? But anyway, yes, absolutely. So, and then one thing I've done is I'm going to show you real quickly. I'm going to do one last one, and then we can just get to all those comments, because is YouTube. A lot of you use YouTube or have YouTube or store on YouTube or do whatever on YouTube. And I'm going to kind of touch on that real quick because I want to see. So for example, if I go into this is my studio and I go into the content area, here's my videos. I can just reverse the date up at the top here. I don't know if you can kind of see that. I'll try and zoom in a little bit.
Just to clarify, these are the videos that you yourself have uploaded or live streamed, correct?
This is just uploaded.
Yeah, you're not talking about videos you watch. You're talking about the videos that you have your content on YouTube.
That's right. That's right. See, I can reverse the date, though. What's interesting here, I can reverse the date. And you can see I have something from December 5th, 2009. Happens to be my puppy and cat from a long time ago, so I'm going to keep that one. But it's kind of cool using this as storage. But just a lot of the stuff on here that I could get rid of. This is back when I used to do rules sessions, when I was umpiring and doing rules sessions. Yeah, and I can get rid of those. Most of those rules have changed. So I really need to sit back and purge. I'm not necessarily, because YouTube stores all that and everything, and it doesn't count against me or anything like that.
Good
So
point.
it's fine to keep, but why not clean it up? I mean, that's my way of looking at this. Do we need to? Do you think we should? All that kind of, I have disk drive in the closet for every computer I've ever had. Wow, that's interesting. So you have floppy disk? Do you ever use this? Love keep. So does the wife now. Really, she does. Yeah, I know. My wife was the same way. She as soon as we had this thing with lists and all that kind of stuff and sharing it, I have email from Andrew from 12 years ago. Is there a reason you're hanging on to that?
Well, I would say something morbid, but I'm not going to, because we all know Andrew's going to outlive all of us anyway. So
he already has so far. That's right.
Exactly. Oh, I got to put this up there because thank you, Letitia. It's a work in progress.
She never says that about my hair. Have you ever noticed?
I wonder why.
I wish I had the message Jim and I wrote. Oh, that is CompuServe. Never throw anything away. There you go.
Some of those probably not for work, not safe for work. Isn't that what they call that? Anyway,
Exactly.
I'm just kidding. I have no idea.
Yes.
I love Google Keeps RSS.
Oh, no doubt. Yes.
She wants to make
my
clean
recipe. Let me tell you something. Best one ever. My mom. I'm serious. Everybody compliments that thing. I mean, I'm serious. Letitia will work on that. Okay, you're a member. We'll get into backstage pass and share
a member perk.
There you go, a member perk. Oh, that is a great idea. We'll do a cooking video and we'll have a we'll go over
hashtag archive it. Gotta love you, Mark.
I know. Mark, I'm so appreciative. For Keep came with me. I'm more comfortable with that bot to use Keep too. Yeah, no, absolutely. And I get that 100%. No, you have your tools, and whether you purchase it or not or whatever, I totally get that. And the thing is the only thing I really, really, really love, and the other tools might have the same, is that G-Search. I'm trying not to set everybody's device off, but G-Search is incredible in my opinion. And that is totally my opinion too. So just purge all. Then if you need it, ask the original sender to send it again. Let them store everything. That's interesting. It's kind of like a reverse policy thing.
So this is actually a really good thing, because so I started a new job, right? And I'm training with the owner's wife, and she's taken me through her process. And one of the things that she does, I nearly like guffawed at, right? Like that was my reaction to it, because she gets an email and it's like a payment for something, or to me, it was really important. Like, you need this. She deleted it.
There you go.
I was like, you don't save it and make sure like everything's gone through or anything? She's like, no, why would I do that? Now, the reason why I bring this up is because I'm under a mountain of papers, because she does everything by hand on paper. And we have to keep all those papers for decades.
Yeah.
So it's really kind of funny that digitally, money coming into the business, it's magic, I guess. I don't know. It's very interesting. So
it is. Yes, definitely an interesting time. I'm just real curious too. I mean, does everybody have certain time periods that they do this? Say, hey, listen, I'm going to do this every spring, or I'm going to do this. What's that? I've been thinking about cleaning YouTube lately. Yeah. And my thing is more of not necessarily YouTube Keep those, because this store, and it's there for, I mean, seriously, they don't mind, and it doesn't cost you. It doesn't count against anything. It's those other ones where it does. All of our video content is on YouTube. Yeah, exactly. That's another interesting thing.
I was thinking of something different about YouTube when you mentioned YouTube. I was thinking, like, I watch a lot of YouTube, and I have 308 subscriptions.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And I was thinking of like history of videos and that kind of purging, just because it's just all stuff that's information that's in there, not because it's actually bogging anything down. But my subscription list is huge
Yeah,
which,
for you to go back and look and find and search and
yeah.
all that kind of stuff. It can get
Well,
kind of hair. Yeah. Or do you need it anymore?
right. That's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I follow this guy named Michael Daniels. I think there's no reason to keep following him. So just kidding. Just kidding.
You know
Hey,
what?
if you aren't subscribed, now's a good time to hit that button.
That's right. Or become a member, and we're going to talk about that. Not in this. We'll talk about that later, but and there'll be videos out there for you to learn a little bit about that, which is what we're going to talk about with our members after this in our private session because they're members. So here we go. So anyway, let's see. Trying to purge old pictures or just keep one. The pictures these days, you end up with 50 pictures of the kid in front of the birthday cake instead of just one. Yes, that is true. It's not like a Polaroid where it just prints out.
Well, okay, that's funny because we have digital storage of photos, especially, we take 20 shots of the same thing. Mm-hmm. And if you follow what Chris has told you, go through, delete those, get rid of the ones that you don't need and keep only the good ones, right? Like that's what you're supposed to do. But who does that? Who takes the time to do it? Raise your hand if you do. I don't. Yeah. I found myself recently realizing that, you used to just have one picture of the kid with their birthday cake, eyes closed maybe, you don't know until you get them developed. Mm-hmm. And then now here we are with 25 of them and they haven't yet blown out the cake yet, so yeah, It's crazy.
I totally get it. I'm well aware of that one too. And so I like to go through and purge every once in a while with photos. I usually take it a month at a time because one thing is nice, at least with Google Photos, I'm strictly speaking to that, not to iPhones or anything like that, but with that, because it does separate the month. You know what I'm saying? Like you can pull up a month at a time. I can look at the ones I want. Right. Yeah. But I was just making a point that that's the one that I use, I guess, more than anything else. Yeah. Yep. No, I like to do that though.
So in answer to your question of like timing, Andrew says, I tend to do cleaning up when I'm setting up a new machine. That is actually what spurred me last year. Remember, I got the new computer, which isn't this a lovely setup? I have three screens over here. I just have to show this off a little bit if I can. I have 3 screens. Oops.
There you go.
Okay, warning. I've just unplugged the laptop. I can't function. Go ahead, Michael. Take over.
You're okay. All's well. You're fine. Danger. It's like the robot on Lost in Space. Danger, Will Robinson. There you go.
Okay. Let's see. Every time an update tells me I don't have enough space to install. Now that's hilarious. That's hilarious.
That is perfect timing. That's perfect timing too.
That's good timing, but you should probably do it sooner than that.
Yeah.
Save those photos
many times, many places. Yep.
So, okay. So here's something that's interesting. My grandmother, you guys know, turned 98 in November, and she went through a lot of physical pictures, just chucking them.
Just went through and just threw them out, huh?
Yeah. And I'm sitting there going, Grandma, whoa. And her response was, nobody knows who these people are but me.
Wow. Interesting. That's what I encourage with I encouraged, I think it was last year or might even been before COVID hit.
You've done it a couple times. Yeah.
One of the goals that I had was all of our community members to start live streaming, just take an album, sit down with a photo album and a camera over your shoulder, and you just talk about the people that are in there and give somebody, and then put it on YouTube, leave it on YouTube, make sure that they can sign into your YouTube account and just lets people learn about the people in your family and stuff like that. I think I encourage that. Yeah. I really wish people would do that. And I do that with my community.
I loved it when you said that, because I thought that was pretty smart. I just love the idea of somebody sitting there going through the photo album and you just record them talking about the different things and the memories and, oh my gosh, remember this time and we broke down on the side of the road. Like,
yes.
Great.
Love hearing those kind of stories. Some of those stories are the best, so.
Kathleen says I do it whenever I think about it. If
all my photos,
I'll go through them and get rid of what I don't need anymore. So smart.
Mm-hmm.
And going through YouTube history and subscriptions, save, watch later.
Yep. That's good. Yep.
It wasn't a competition, Andrew.
What are you just trying to outdo her or what, huh?
I know it's not a competition. Oh, interesting.
Just on my phone.
You're just gonna quit the G altogether. Just goodbye G.
I hear you.
Membership has its privileges. Which credit card would say that? Was that American Express or something? I don't remember.
Apparently, Mark's.
Mark's credit card.
Mark's credit card, yeah.
That's a commercial for Mark's credit card.
Yeah, that's right. I love it. Everybody kind of responded to that too.
That's awesome. Mm-hmm. If you don't purge, you will be leaving it to your kids to purge later. And that, Diane, is exactly what Grandma was saying. She's like, might as well check it now because you guys are going to have to check it later. So
a lot of people like the idea that I had out there too. 14 turned out, shots in the dark, and 6 flash cubes. Yes, there you go.
Yes. Or does anybody remember the disc? The disc camera that had the little disc of negatives. I still have a few of those, and I don't know if you can even get those developed anymore.
Never purge anything in Google Photos, but I make an album each month of my best photos and download them on the computer. Yes, that is awesome. And I think she has a video on that, a video where she did that live. I think that's one of the coolest things that she does. Yeah, it's awesome.
So crazy.
Wow. Yeah, that's a great idea. So cool.
Everybody loves that idea.
It is. It's awesome. I mean, it's just, I'm doing it with my mom. I'm sitting down with my mom. We're sitting there with some photo albums that she has from her family and stuff. And we're sitting there and just taking like an iPhone, setting up a little stand there and just taking a video of what we're doing. So he's not in competition. Is that what he's saying?
That's what he said. All right. Well, this is a great conversation. Awesome. Did you get to all the parts that you wanted to talk about? Because I still haven't talked about my tips for cleaning the fridge. We can talk about that.
You can if you want to talk about
I thought it was weird. I thought it was weird that you wanted to have a spring cleaning show, but I also was totally on board because that's right up my alley.
Yeah, you were ready for it. I get it. But, oh Lord, this is fun. Alrighty. No, I don't have anything else on this topic. This is a big day for the community because they're going to learn some stuff about our new process of our community and stuff like that. Look forward to the Backstage Pass. I hope everyone in the community can make it. If not, it will be recorded. We would love for you to become part of the community, and we can talk about that. Heather, if you
don't join yet. There's new changes coming. It's going to be really exciting. So if you do join, you'll see some really awesome things that Michael has in store and some things that I'm excited to see happen as well. And we're going to be doing some totally different things that are totally behind the scenes. The only way that you'll know is if you're a member.
There you go.
Yeah. And you'll want to do that by joining the YouTube membership. That's really where it's going to start. Ooh, I might have said just a little too much.
That's all good. It's all good. It's all good. No, but that's excellent. Yes, excellent way of going segueing into on top of
Richard, you never clean the top of the refrigerator. Okay, it has nothing to do with that. Just kidding.
It's hilarious.
I'm looking forward to hanging out with the community members. I'm very excited. Hopefully everybody can join us shortly. We're going to be in the Backstage Pass, and we really look forward to next week. Do we have a show listed yet? Because we didn't talk about this.
We don't have a show listed yet. I have 2 people that I'm working on as possible guests, but if not, then we'll have to come up with a show. But they just haven't committed yet to the date and time and all that stuff. But it's on the horizon and the plan, but I don't know if it's going to follow through on that. But
Okay.
I'm so glad you were able to make it, because I know that it was going to be tough.
Listen,
for you,
I'm
and I appreciate it.
frantically over here trying to connect the earbuds to the laptop because the headphones don't work. So yeah, it was and get the hotspot on and get it plugged in, and yeah. We do what we get. Hey, we tinker with tech. That's what we do.
Exactly what we do.
Sometimes it's fun, and sometimes it's really fun.
Thank you, everybody. Appreciate you watching the show. If you're watching this in replay, be on the lookout for a video to explain how the new membership and process will work. Refrigerator clean it out in the garbage night. There you go.
Hey,
Thank you very much. Yes, what?
I was going to say, I'll be giving my tips in the Backstage Pass if anybody does want to join to learn how to clean your fridge.
There you go. All right. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Heather. I appreciate you. And
no
we
problem.
will see you folks in the Backstage Pass if you're a member. Come join us. Thank you, everybody. Bye, all.